name is Dakotah Jennifer. I was born in Oakland and I'm a writer. The first book I started was I Want You to Know. And it's just a book of poetry, about 18 poems, I believe. In this book, it was my first one because it was the first one I felt comfortable with releasing. And it's just poems about my relationship with a friend and how it was important. It was important in my life. The first author that kind of triggered my attention and made me want to write, I'd say that the author that really made me love reading, which made me get into writing, is Lemony Snicket, and he wrote a series of Unfortunate Events, the whole series, and I read that whole series in 5th and 6th grade, and that kind of made me want to get more serious about writing and write more because I enjoyed reading so much. And I think that I always thought it was normal to write, so it wasn't like who made me want to write, what author made me want to write, but it was more of, what author made me understand that writing was important and that it was a special thing. Kind of living vicariously through the characters and, being in the element and going into another world that isn't really mine. I'm working on 3 books right now. There's one that's called Way Too Far, which is going to be I'm going to say full-size with quotes. It's going to be a longer book, like a novel, and it's just about 2 girls who are friends, and they decide to do this experiment when they're in 8th grade, and they decide, okay, we're going to pretend like we hate each other. So then they're pretending that they hate each other, and then they actually start to hate each other because there's this boiling between them. So they actually start to hate each other, and it's just about after the experiment has happened, after they hate each other, and how they get through that with all the people and secrets and everything. Well, there's 2 different genres I like writing. I mean, poetry. I like writing poetry that is really powerful and has like I have powerful endings to poems. So I like writing poetry that kind of hits you and makes you think about it. I like writing young adult fiction because I like writing things that I want to read, and I like letting the reader kind of live vicariously through the characters and be in a different world, but also let the reader kind of learn what mistakes not to make and how to treat their friends and learn through the mistakes that the characters make and kind of adapt so that they won't make those mistakes too. There was once a chance I didn't take, so far away from now. And when I didn't take that chance, I made myself a vow. I'd never ever give up again until I naturally died. I seldom ever break that vow, but yet I never tried. One day when I am ripe and ancient, and my body horribly aches, I'll not think of the good old days, not even the heartbreaks. And when a child asks me if I've ever made mistakes, I'll think about the chance I dropped, the chance I didn't take. Lost is also a book of poetry, and it is more miscellaneous, I guess, than I Want You to Know, because I Want You to Know is very centered, but Lost is just about kind of one's worst emotions. There's sadness and jealousy, disappointment, and so it's kind of just about like the bad emotions and how we really feel, and it's just kind of real talk, I guess. You're good at this, and you should keep doing it, and you should keep striving for it, and you shouldn't stop. So I'd say that one read of Maya Angelou because they're African American female poets, and they've made it far, and I think that's really important to me because I want to make it far, and they've shown me that it's possible to do this, and it's possible to go out there and get people to listen to you. It's very important. I think that any authors that have inspired me in writing there's no specific author, but just the genre of the young adult fiction that I read gives me all of the ammo or the inspiration, and so all the authors who are in young adult fiction, coming of age type stuff, that really all that helps me write.